Hi everybody. Turn off the AC before I forget about it. Start rattling around on and on with the drone of the AC in the background, half drowning me out. I'm sure people will love that. So anyway, doing the update really late. The weekend screwed my sleep cycle up. I woke up really late today. Then I get a phone call from my mom. It's like, hey, it's a sister's birthday. I'm like, yeah, I know. We're all going to go out for dinner. I'm like, okay, I'll come along, blah, 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 blah. And then my mom wanted me to help her out with something at her apartment. You know how these things go. So here I am doing the update at like just past 10 o'clock at night. But at least, I've got the green mostly sorted. I got them sorted by casting cost. Put a few cards aside that I want to talk about. And, sometime in the dead of the night I'll finish sorting these out and get them filed away and work on the red tomorrow. And depending on how froggy I'm feeling tomorrow, I might even do the black too. We'll see. We shall see. So, Urza Saga Green. First of all, we got, something I wanted to mention. We got Cave Tiger. He's a 2/2 for 2 colors in the green. Whenever a creature blocks it, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn. We also have a green enchantment for the same casting cost that gives all creatures you control that exact same ability. You'll also, in later years, see creatures that say this creature gets +1/+1 for each creature that blocks it. This is an attempt to replace the old Rampage keyword. Rampage was Rampage X. X is a number. And what Rampage states is that whenever this creature is blocked, for each blocking creature beyond the first, it gets +X/+X. And the part that was non-intuitive about that was the beyond the first clause. For example, you have Chromium, the Elder Dragon legend, for 2 colorless, double blue, double white, double black. It's 7/7 flying Rampage 2. And what that means, if you block it with one creature, you just chump block it. It stays the same size. It doesn't care. If you want to kill it and you need to use more than one creature, if you use 2 creatures, Chromium becomes a 9/9. That's a pretty big flyer, But, so, yeah, no bueno. But unfortunately, like I said, the beyond the first clause on it was counterintuitive, and it just didn't work out very well. It was not a very popular mechanic as worded. And they've never bothered to try and keyword any replacement for it, and after a while they came to the conclusion that, we don't really need to replace this at all. So there you go. Then we have Venomous Fangs, 2 colors in the green. It's a creature enchantment. Whenever an enchanted creature successfully deals damage to a creature, destroy that creature. That's basically a play on the fact that the first creatures that had it, kill everything placed in front of me clause, they were green. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Death Touch effectively started out in green. These days you mostly see it in black, sometimes black and green. But, hey, there's that. One card I wanted to put aside just because it has awesome flavor text. Bull Hippo, 3 colors in the green. It's a 3/3 Island Walker. There also was a 3/3 for a similar casting cost that had Swamp Walk, but that was a snake of some form or another, dare I say boa. But this one is awesome because the flavor text from an Argivian commander is, "How could you not hear it approach? It's a hippo!" Coincidentally, folks, apparently hippos are really quiet swimmers. That and you don't want to get in front of an angry hippo, because they can run faster than you. They're not particularly gamely doing it, but they can run faster than you. And they weigh a hell of a lot more than you. And believe it or not, they're also stronger than you. And the bulls have no problems whatsoever using some of their tusks, which you can't normally see unless they open their mouths. But yeah, they've got absolutely no objection to just, opening you up. Oh yeah, or trampling you. Ooh. Hippos, believe it or not, can be vicious animals. I've seen a few documentaries on them. I'm not about to say they're the most fascinating creatures on Earth I've ever come across in my watching of various nature documentaries. I watched a lot when I was a kid. But, they're still funky little animals. Note the ironic use of the word little. Greater good, can't really make it out. It's 2 colors, double green. It's an enchantment. You can sacrifice a creature to draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power, then choose and discard 3 cards. Greater good I put aside because, and I think I've mentioned this before, fun, happy little piece of trivia on that. I believe I got this trivia off of an old Magic Page-A-Day calendar. The Japanese translation for greater good was kind of wonky because apparently they didn't know the phrase. Apparently Japanese doesn't have an exact translation for the phrase to do something for the greater good. So they see greater good, and the translation ended up meaning better merchandise. Yeah, that's kind of wacky, ain't it? I mean, yeah, good is a synonym for merchandise, though usually only when the word good is pluralized. Goods. Yes, believe it or not, the word good can be a noun as well as an adjective. But, it's fun stuff. I mentioned the Embrace cycle yesterday. This is the green one. Guy's Embrace, 2 colors, double green. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3, trample, and regenerates for green. That's not bad. It really isn't. Once again, though, since there's a lot of removal cards, black, that basically just sit there and say, just kill it. We don't care what its toughness is, just kill the damn thing. Yeah, cards like that tend to not work out too well in the long run. So anyway, green got a lot of really efficient stuff in Urza's Saga. We got Titania's Chosen, 2 colors and a green for a 1/1 elf. Whenever a player successfully casts a green spell, put a +1/+1 counter on him. I don't know what his Oracle text today would say. Probably doesn't even have the word successful, just whenever they play it. Because I think that's what they've done with a lot of other cards. But even still, that sucker can get real big, real fast. Especially when coupled with Priest of Titania. Colors and a green for a 1/1, tap to add green to your mana pool in quantity equal to the number of elves in play. That's just wrong. That can produce a crap ton of mana real fast. Real fast. Other efficiency, we've got Blanchwood Armor, 2 colors and a green. It's another creature enchantment. Enchanted creature gets +X/+X, where X is the number of forests you control. That's actually a improvement over Aspect of Wolf, which was like half number of forests rounded, like, I want to say up for power and down for toughness. I'm not 100% certain, but yeah, that's just playing head and shoulders above Aspect of Wolf, which was still not a bad creature enchantment back in the day. Wild Dogs. It's green for a 2/1. During your upkeep, if a player has more life than any other, that player gains control of Wild Dogs, and it cycles. Like every card in Urza Saga, it's 2 colors to cycle it. Because that was the only cycling cost they had in this block. Anyway, it's basically for the same casting cost, you get the cycling and a point of toughness ripped away. It's a Gosbon Ogre. It's a really decent aggressive card, to be honest. I mean, I've actually played those in draft. Especially these days, I actually have a better idea what I'm doing in draft. I haven't touched Magic Online in a long time, but I think one of the last times I drafted Magic Online, they had brought Urza's block. They've been bringing Urza's block out, and I was drafting the Wild Dogs because I'm like, dude, they're fast and they're aggressive. It's like turn 1, Forest, Wild Dog, go. And they just look at that and they're like, okay, well, if I do damage to you, I get control of that. And a lot of people in draft don't have a first turn 1 drop. So their first turn, they play a land, they pass turn. My turn, I start swinging at them with Wild Dogs. And swinging at them with Wild Dogs and swinging at them with Wild Dogs. Nasty stuff. Just like you get Acridian. He's a 2/4 for a colorless and a green. He's got Echo. So you pay a colorless and a green on your next upkeep, or you sacrifice it. But that's a 2/4 for 2 mana. I mean, granted, he doesn't have reach, so he's not a giant spider or anything, but that's a really respectable power toughness for that casting cost. You know? Albino Troll, same casting cost, Echo. He's a 3/3 with regeneration for a colorless and a green. That's outstanding. Cradle Guard, he's a 4/4 trample Echo for a colorless and double green. Well, Matt, I believe there's a card in the 1 stack. Where's it? Pouncing Jaguar? Yeah, there it is. Pouncing Jaguar. It's a 2/2 with Echo for a single green. I mean, you got a lot of really good aggressive cards in green in this set. You really do. And that's awesome. You know, how do you say no to that? How do you turn to that and say, yeah, I don't want aggressively costed green cards. Why would I want that? Why would I want to beat your face? You know? I mean, as a player, I like having tricks. I like having things up my sleeve. And green in Urza's block really isn't as good with having tricks up your sleeve. But, dear gods, they don't really need it. It's just like, yeah, I play a creature, I smash face. I mean, at least in Urza's Saga, I'm not gonna make a judgment call on the rest of Urza's block until after I've sorted it. But at least in Urza's Saga, Green's motto might as well have been Hulk Smash. Yeah. So yeah, that's Green in Urza's block. I'm gonna start this uploading and hopefully get it posted, get it reposted on the Wizards message boards before midnight. And I'm gonna call that a video. And I'll catch you tomorrow, guys. Be good, be safe, etc., etc.